And there's nothing you can do about it. Give me your name and badge number. Get back. Stop that music. I'm in a public place. I can film whatever I can see. Photography is not a crime. Photography is not a crime. Photography is not a crime.
I'd like to welcome you to the John Ligato Show. I'm John Ligato.
Here's Johnny.
Can you back up 1 centimeter? 1 centimeter? No, back up, not come close.
You don't give the orders, sir.
2689. Your last name, sir? I'm going to put a report on you, and I'm going to sue you personally.
Liberty Troll. In case you haven't met him, he went to a welfare office and put his camera purposely into children's faces. And then he got the snot kicked out of him by the sister of one of the kids. He's at a VA hospital today because they kicked him out previously, and this is his revenge act.
All right, let's go ahead and call the VA Medical Hospital in Lake Nona.
Good morning, Liberty Clinic. How can I help you?
Hi, how's it going? Good morning.
Good.
Yeah, I wanted to speak to the team. What's the team coordinator's name again? I forget.
What, Ms. Wendy?
Yeah, is it that her last name, Wendy?
No, that's her name. Who's calling?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm calling to speak with her. What was her last name?
I can't give you her last name. If you tell me what you're calling for, I can see if she's available.
It's Miss Wendy. She's the team coordinator.
I know, but who's calling?
Well, I'm asking you for her name.
And I'm giving you her name. I just need to know who's calling.
I mean her last name.
I can't give you her last name, sir.
How come?
Because I can't.
Why not? She works for the public.
Do you need me to send a message? I can send a message. What's your name?
I'm asking you for her last name, ma'am.
I'm not going to give you her last name, sir.
Why not? It's public record.
Okay. Do you want me to send a message? If you give me your name and your phone number, I can see if she can call you back.
No, I wanted to get her last name.
I'm not going to give you her last name. Okay, I have a patient in front of me, so if you want, I can send a message, and I can have him call you back.
I spoke to the patient advocate. His name's Terry Watts, and he confirmed that it is public record.
Okay.
Okay, so it's written to your all's policy to give your names when requested. So how come you're not giving me her?
I'm not going to give you her last name, sir.
So you're going against policy?
If I'm going against policy, then I'm not sure, but I'm not going to give you her last name.
Okay, well,
she's okay with them.
What is your name?
I'm going to put you on a brief hold, okay?
What is your name?
Your needs by providing a face-to-face visit.
We're going to try the Liberty Women's Clinic first to see if we can directly get the name from the supervisor, or highly doubtful that it's going to come from one of the employees. Let's go.
Did you ask these ladies if you had permission to film them?
The lady he's referring to are two patients sitting in the waiting room.
Let's go.
Did you ask these ladies if you had permission to film them?
They already gave it by becoming public servant. Yeah, by becoming public servants.
No, these.
Oh, they're in public. I'm not recording them though. I mean, if they appear on camera or something in the background, that's But I'm not here to get anybody any.
Because this is considered a waiting room.
It's a lobby.
It's a waiting room.
Which is a lobby. It's a public space. Yeah. I do this a lot.
I'm sure you
I know what I'm doing now.
Don't touch me.
Oh, okay. It'll be like that. All right. No problem. I won't touch you. Don't talk to me. Have a great day.
Well, don't talk to me.
Have a great day. Go get back to work.
The Maggot, which will be Liberty Troll's new name. The Maggot's filming patients in the waiting room of a VA hospital. Does anybody see anything wrong with this?
Okay.
You mean like from here?
Because he's not allowed to film back here, okay?
Okay, yeah.
And if any of the veterans have an issue with it, then he'll have to stop filming and he'll have to leave. Okay. Okay, so inform as they come out, let them know that he is filming. So if they get any of their
I can record all I can see.
The lady that just walked up to the reception desk is a patient. So can Maggot videotape all that he can see?
I can record all I can see from a public space.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Learn the law. Thank you.
No, I do. I just handed it. You need to.
Okay, we'll see.
There's another VA patient on the right, and Maggot should learn that he has to do something at this point that he doesn't do, which makes it illegal. And it's not just the filming. This Maggot and all the other auditor maggots who's ever audited a VA hospital should learn the law, because their arrogant maggot club don't know squat. Now here's another auditor conversation at another VA hospital.
Reporting for
News
commercial purposes?
Not commercial purposes.
You just said it was commercial
News.
purposes.
I said
News is commercial
no,
purposes.
it isn't. No, news is a First Amendment protected activity. Freedom of the press. It is.
Are you going to sell it?
I know. I'm going to give it away.
Is your website monetized? Where you're going to post
It may
it?
have is CNN monetized? Is Fox News monetized?
Are you monetized though?
Is Fox News monetized?
They don't come in here though. That's
Oh, they could. Couldn't they come in here as
not without
press?
getting cleared through the
I don't
PAO.
believe so. I think it's a First Amendment violation.
Let's settle this once and for all time. The news media, whether it's Fox News, NBC, CBS, the New York Times, NPR, Saturday Night Live, Cult News, or even Jason Gutterman, have no additional privileges to film than any other private citizen.
That's not, sir. That's not true, sir. I'm not harassing. I don't think you know what that word means.
As you see, you're still filming them, and
You're talking about me.
Did you ask their
I'm
consent?
correcting you from trying to incite
ask their
something.
consent?
You're trying to elicit a response.
No.
You're trying to elicit a response, sir. Thousands of people are going to see this, and they're not going to like it. So have a great day. Get back to work.
In 1968, I was with the 1st Contingent of Marines in Dewey City during the 1968 Tet Offensive, where I was wounded 3 times. I tell you this because I've spent time in VA hospitals. And the last thing a veteran needs today, which is Memorial Day, by the way, is some maggot scum film them as they await treatment resulting from their service to our country. It's illegal and it's immoral.
You need to read the CFR.
No, I read the CFR. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's
For commercial purposes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fox is a commercially.
I'm not doing this for
actually publicly
commercial.
owned entity.
I'm doing this for news purposes.
Okay. Are you going to make money off those news purposes?
Pamphleteering was the very first means of press.
Are you going to monetize this?
Pamphleteering was what penny pamphlet that used to hand out on the street was in the Constitution as pamphleteering. Ben Franklin did it.
That has nothing to do with the CFR that's here.
Oh yeah,
If you're going to use this videotape to make money, that's a commercial purpose and that's prohibited. So my question is, are you going to post this as a news article?
As news
and
article.
Are you going to make money off it?
I'm going to post it as a news article.
Are you going to make money?
I'm going to post it as a news article online.
Okay. Is it going to be behind a paywall?
I'm not going to answer any questions on that right there. But the thing of it is it's if it was monetized or if it wasn't monetized, it's still freedom of press. I'm not shooting a movie here.
It's not free.
I'm not doing a commercial.
Monetizing it, okay?
Well, there's protections under the First Amendment.
Well, that's the next step. I just wanted to see if you knew what the policy was as far as employees go. So I should ask them is what you're saying. Okay. All right. They know I'm here. There's a guy peeking around the corner looking at me. I don't know if you can see that from the camera. From this door. I think that's the 4th time I've knocked on the door. All right, door knock number 5. We won't count the last one because there was only a couple of short knocks. Count that as 5 instead of 6.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Melanie
Here, let me switch my hand. I'm Zach. Nice to meet you, Melanie.
I'm the public affairs officer. What could we?
So what I'm trying to do is still trying to file a complaint against 2 federal employees here. One of them is a supervisor over. I know the supervisor works in the Liberty Women's Center.
Okay.
She goes by Miss Wendy. She's the team coordinator. I'm trying to get her full name so I can asking your names. Is there an obligation according to the policy to provide that since your name tags do have both first and last name on?
So, the process would be if you have a complaint, right, involving an employee, the process would be to go through Veterans Experience Office, which Terry is a member of. Okay. And then he would, depending on like what the complaint was and stuff, he would file a PATSR, or he would also ask you to submit a FOIA request.
Yeah. So this is Wendy. This is the lady that Maggot is so concerned about. Let's have a flashback and find out why Maggot is pissed off at Wendy. My guess is Wendy handled him beautifully. In fact, Wendy just kicked his butt.
President Biden.
Okay, now who's your supervisor here at the building?
President Biden.
So you're the top person here at the whole hospital.
He is our commander-in-chief.
What's your title here at the VA hospital?
I'm a supervisor here.
Okay.
But our
supervisor what?
Our supervisor.
Supervisor what?
Our supervisor is President Biden.
Okay, you're playing semantic games. I'm asking what's your title here at this hospital?
Sir, our supervisor is President
Okay, so
Biden.
you're gonna be a broken record now. I'm trying to file a formal complaint. I don't think you're gonna do anything with that piece of paper.
Oh, I wrote notes.
You're gonna investigate yourself and find you did no wrongdoing. So I want to know formally how I can do a formal written complaint.
I like Wendy. She had a little sass. But let's get back to this very nice lady who's trying to help Maggot.
And so I'm like, all right, well, I'm filing a complaint against you as well, because this is very unprofessional, especially coming from a supervisor. And the thousands of people that watch my videos were like, yeah, that was insane, you know? And they're like, how does she have a job, you know, at a VA medical center, especially as a supervisor? And it's like, you know, I'm doing a follow-up because I still don't have her name. It's been over a month.
I mean, like, though, seriously, let's give them a little bit of grace in that maybe they were triggered. So I will help you get your information, but I just ask that you consider that there's veterans back there, female veterans, doctors. 26% of our workforce are veterans.
I hear you, loud and clear. So what I do personally is, it's not my intention to get any of the veterans on here. I'm respectful in that regard. If they appear kind of like, if I'm just walking down the hallway, like wherever I go, my camera's at my chest, you know, wherever I go, it pans with me. But if they appear in the background or something, you know, that it is what it is. But I'm not here intentionally to film any specific persons other than the employees.
He's wrong about the employees too. I don't know about you, but this guy speaks, you know, quietly, and he's well spoken, but he's really getting to me. The auditor argument is that they're not trying to film whoever they're filming, whether it's women, children, employees, or hospital patients, and then they do it. The Health and Human Service Office of Civil Rights, the ORC, has issued guidelines and guidance to healthcare providers to remind them that the HIPAA privacy rule does not allow the media or film crews to access healthcare facilities unless written authorization has been obtained from the patients concerned in advance. What's that say? Auditors or Fox News can't go into a VA hospital unless they have prior approval. And it's not the hospital they need prior approval from. It's the patients. This rule does not equivocate. It says does not allow the media and film crews to access healthcare facilities, not the lobbies or wherever else, but the facilities and the grounds, because if the auditor's filming even in a parking lot, he will film a patient, and he didn't have the written approval in advance from that patient. And Maggot and the other auditors have another problem filming in VA hospitals.
Protections under the First Amendment.
Yeah,
it's freedom of press.
And I'm very well aware of them. And I told you what they are. But if you are monetizing what you're doing, it's for commercial purposes, and it has to be cleared through the PAO. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
It's not. Yeah, we want to stand up in court for that?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. 100% I will stand up.
But I will leave under threat of arrest.
You've already admitted.
I didn't admit anything.
On your own video that you're going to monetize this.
I said I'm going to post it on the internet. You asked if I was going to monetize it. Mm-hmm. And I said I'm not going to answer that question. That's on camera.
All right.
You have reasonable articulable suspicion that I'm going to post this and monetize it?
Yes.
Okay, so you have reasonable articulable suspicion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. So we'll go with that.
It's on your tape. So
well, I didn't say I would.
You'll bring that
I'm going to publish it. I'm going to publish it online. I'm going to publish it on YouTube. Are you going to go after them as well? The ones who share it?
No, you're the one here taping. You're the one that's going to monetize off this, which makes it.
I didn't say I was going to monetize it, did I?
It's sad, but we'll definitely see more maggots film at VA hospitals. And sadly, many VA officials aren't familiar with their own regulations. But although that guy you see on the screen isn't a young buck anymore, and the shrapnel has turned into arthritis in my hands and legs, I will make every attempt to stop, by any means possible, any auditor from filming my brothers and sisters at a VA clinic. Memorial Day is for remembrance. And on this day, we should remember the men and women who gave their lives and not glorify these maggot auditors. That's my take. What's yours? The John Ligato Show is being brought to you from right outside the gates of Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune in beautiful North Carolina. If you like the show, like and subscribe. Semper Fidelis.